this earlier, I won't lose the video. I'm hoping. We'll see. The video won't drop. I need to look for something. Give me one moment. Search online. Hello. Oh, Kitten, you're rubbing your luck on my leg. Oh, thank you, Kitten. Svenny Benny. Why are you being so loving, Svenny? What do you want? I swear to God. He only is loving when he wants something. Let me see here. Can anybody see me? Can anybody hear me? I just got back from my walk. I like to have my shoulders out in the sun when I walk. I'm a freak. Alright, is anybody, it doesn't look like it's going to YouTube. Oh shit, I don't know if I have viewers over at YouTube. Maybe it's not broadcasting to YouTube. I don't know. Who farted? Which one of you farted? I heard it. So gross. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see if anybody wants any charmings. This is earlier than normal. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I owe some of my people. Hey, Karen. Hi, Lake. Oh, good. Okay, so it is going to YouTube because I'm showing red X's for YouTube, so it looks like it is broadcasting to YouTube. I did 2 unboxings today, and when I went over there to look, it shows them as streamed to YouTube, but they're not up on my page. It's really weird. Even the first one that was streamed way earlier today. So I'm kind of waiting for it to show up on my YouTube page so I can update it and set it up and add it to the playlists and stuff. Karen, do you want your charming for May? You haven't gotten it yet. Are you ready? Would you like to do yours? I'd love to get it done. I haven't done a lot of lives because my internet keeps dropping when I do it around 7 o'clock hour. It's just not a good time anymore. I end up with like 3 different videos. I am well. Thank you, Jillian. Quingram. So, Karen, if you would like your charming for May, I would love to do it for you. Just to get it done. Awesome. All right, Karen, what do you want your charming on? And then if maybe more people show up, they can get their charmings too. And anybody can buy a charming if you'd like. That's why I put my thing in there. That Linktree link allows you to purchase a charming if you're interested. If not, that's fine. I'm just trying to catch my Patreon subscribers and give them their charmings. You'll see in a moment, Kelly, what a charming is it's a reading done with charms. So I'll show you in a minute if you just watch. You'll see how it works. It's sort of, I'm waiting for Karen to tell me anything I feel like doing. It's up to you, Karen. I mean, I can just do a general charming if you want, or I can do a charming on a specific subject if you'd like. Whichever you'd like. I'm glad you're on. You've never seen me do this before? I have videos on my... Oh, well, you're not on YouTube. You're watching on Facebook, so maybe that's right. But they should be on my Facebook business page, too, I think. Are they not? This should broadcast to my Facebook business page, so... There should be other charming videos on my business page, I think. I know they're on my YouTube channel. But once Karen gives me the word, I should message Laura. Let me message Laura and Jen Nichols and tell them that I am on. Laura, okay. Where's Jen Nichols? Come on, Jennifer Nichols, where are ya? I should have all of these chicks on speed dial. All these chicks on speed dial! Jennifer Nichols, there we go, okay, done. Let me message her. If you want a charming for May, I can only be on about an hour. See, I can already tell. I can see that there's a lag in my voice. It's like the picture gets pixelated. I can tell. Hey, Mary Lyman. Hey, Lisa Vanderhelm. General's great. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna start with Karen's charming. You guys can see what a charming is. This is a different style of reading. It's just sort of like done with charms, and you'll see. It's a whole big box full of just stuff that I've acquired or purchased, put in a box, and I throw them on the top of the box, and it makes a story. So that's how it works. All right, so let me see here. I'm going to switch channels. Let me put up the thing. All right, so for Karen, okay, so let's look at what's going on for Karen. I have an R. I have an I, and I have an E. Okay, so Karen, I'm gonna just say this right out of the gate. I feel like there's some weird conflict going on, and it's around a little bit the home life. Like, to me, it's around your home, and it's around kind of doing for others is the feeling that I'm getting. This crucifixion charm here in the center feels like to keep balance in your day-to-day life or in your home. I feel like you might be, I don't want to say martyring, but maybe going too far, allowing people to maybe overstep boundaries a little bit is sort of the feeling that I'm getting from this charm here. Ah, don't knock that over. Who did that? Please do. Oh, sorry, guys. The dog just bumped the tripod and knocked everything over. Hey, Taylor, how are you? So, ire could be it. Yeah, ire is actually, isn't that like not a good thing? And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Oh, shit, I'm knocking it out of focus. Oh, I didn't flip it. Hold on, it's upside down. 1 second, guys. Sorry, I was adjusting the camera and I didn't flip the horizontal. Let me see here. Okay. All right, that's why it was so weird. All right, let me do it that way. Okay. It still is backwards, but I haven't figured that out yet. All right, so this is the bottom of the charm board. This is the top. Okay, so we're good there. I wish, you know what, this needs to be adjusted a little bit. That's not right. Sorry, I want the box on my desk proper. I want the box on my desk proper. Okay, so ire is getting your ire up, I think, right? Am I not correct in that? And so, I know, thank you for calling that out. Hey, Jen Nichols, if you want your charming for May, I'm here to try and do them. I haven't done a lot of charmings because my videos have been dropping, and it just drives me nuts when I end up with 3 different videos on YouTube and stuff for charm videos. So I'm going to say this, Karen, it feels like there might be a little bit of struggle. I feel like there might be a little bit of reluctance or some energy where people are overstepping their boundaries with you right now. I don't know if that's correct or not. This here with the house, the crucifixion with the house, where is my beautiful pointer? Here it is. The crucifixion with the house feels a little bit like, it's not like, I feel like you're allowing people, that's where, it doesn't, I don't want to say it's martyrdom, but it's like you're allowing people to sort of overstep you, maybe aren't speaking your mind. That's a little bit of this nah here too. This kind of like, it's not worth the fight. It's not worth the struggle. I don't want to get my ire worked up or get, get into another argument. You have the hardened heart face down, and this is sort of in the past, in the subconscious. So to me, it feels like, and the reason why this is face down is I feel like, we have the scars of our past. You're well aware of them. You know what they are. And you don't really want to add to that is sort of the feeling that I'm getting. You don't want to necessarily, to me, what I'm feeling like with this hardened heart is that there's a strength in this heart, and there's past wounds that you're kind of releasing or letting go. I feel like this heart wants to sort of like drift off of the board out this way, like down into the subconscious. Not that you're avoiding anything, it's just like you're kind of like moving on. And that's part of this nah energy here too, is just like, nah, I don't need to give that my time or my attention or my energy. So here it feels like maybe people are asking a little bit more of you than, like, I feel like you might feel a little stretched right now in the um, uh, what's the word? Like, if people have lots of needs of you, or people are maybe bringing their problems to you, whatever it may be, you being a source of support for others, it's kind of maybe taking a toll a little bit on you. And so underneath here, let's see what this is. You can if you think you can. And then we have, when you are grateful for what you have, more will come into your life. And I think that these are true for you, like these statements are true, but you're having a hard time seeing them. I also want to talk about this male guy here, like as if there's like a particular man that might be taking advantage or doing this. I feel like he is upside down and he's face down, which feels to me like maybe his intentions aren't good, or he's kind of a little bit like, I almost feel like he knows what he's doing. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like when I'm looking at this charm, it's like he's kind of not wanting to take responsibility for what he's asking for, or what boundaries he's overstepped. Does that make sense? And so he's definitely connected to this, and you might be helping him or trying to support him, even though he's not willing to support himself, and or at the same level that you're willing to support him. That's kind of this charm in the center. To me, it feels like you're willing to sort of like almost put your stuff aside and deal with his stuff, and he's not uh, uh, I don't want to say he's not acknowledging it, but like he's avoiding his inability to take responsibility for it. Does that make sense? Up here, you have a guardian angel right next to the amethyst stone, and to me, that's your sixth chakra in your higher mind. So I really like that this is going on up here, and we have this guardian angel. I'm gonna flip him over and see which one it is really quick if I can. I can never pick these things up because they're so flat and I have no fingernails. Because I'm a nervous Nelly and I like to bite my fingernails. Oh shit! Come on, little guy. Oh, I can't get him up. Oh, come on, stick to my thumb, bitch. Oh, I shouldn't have called the angel a bitch. That's probably not okay. Come on, stick to my sweaty thumb. You can do it! Ah! Okay, let's see who it is. Oh, it's Uriel. I think it's Uriel. Alright, so Uriel is the Archangel of, let me see here. He is the Archangel of Transformation and Tranquility. Oh, bitch! So Uriel's hovering up here in your higher mind, trying to help you find tranquility, transformation, maybe within this situation, to bring your home into a state of like grace, or the red house too also makes me feel a little bit about, it can sometimes double as a schoolhouse, but to me it also makes me think a little bit about there might be agitation in the home, right? Like the redness feels like aggravation or anger. And so Uriel is bringing in this tranquility, this idea of transformation. He's trying to connect to your third eye and your intuition. I like that both of these are up in your higher mind. It feels like you're trying to connect to those things, trying to make sense of those things. But this guy, I feel like he's a little bit of a problem. He's like a little bit like short-sighted. He's driving me a little bit nuts. Now, what I do want to say is, going into the future, Karen, I like these four charms all grouped together here, because they're kind of in the higher mind and in your future. We have the symbol for Cancer, and then we have the dream symbol, which Cancer is very nurturing, loving, also very emotional and psychic. But to me, like, Cancerian energy is that sort of nurturing, loving, like motherly energy, right? And then dream and the green, which would represent healing to me. The baby, which would be like rebirth or new birth, sitting on top of the upright chakra stone of the solar plexus, right? So to me, this is your energy center, or where you manage Your third chakra is where you manage your energy and where you manifest from. So I feel like there's a nurturing, loving, sort of reborn energy happening here around your dreams and the healing of that and moving forward in the creation of that. That's that third chakra. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera to refocus. Come on. Is it going to refocus? Sorry, it's just sort of out of focus. Yes, definitely thank Archangel Uriel, Karen, because he's kind of up there sort of trying to help you to find this tranquility and bring it down in through your your higher chakras, I feel like, and that's good. These two charms here that were face down, I feel like these are about positive thinking, and right now it might be a little bit hard or difficult to stay focused on those things, but as you continue to focus on those things and sort of like let this guy go or whatever his issues are, and maybe secure um, your boundaries or what you're willing to do for others at this time. It's going to help you to kind of get to this nurturing sort of Cancerian energy and this idea of like being able to dream again and build upon your own dreams and manifest your own wishes and all of that. I do feel like this funny space in between here, and then we have all of these kicking off. Like I feel like there is going to be a slight pause. I don't know why, but this negative empty space right here, this almost this line that's right here, makes me feel like there is going to be a moment where you're going to have to kind of stop everything and then re-engage to get this stuff going into the future. Does that make sense? Bye, Lisa. Enjoy your company. Hi, Andrew, with the urine tone. Hey, Teresa Barker. So that is your reading. I hope that makes sense to you, Karen. Thank you for letting me do that for you. I'm sorry I haven't been on a lot this month. I've just been kind of frustrated with my internet and kind of taking my time to myself in the month of May. So, but I do appreciate each and every one of you. And for those of you that don't know what's going on, these guys that are getting free charmings, they're not technically free to these viewers. These viewers are my supporters over on Patreon that support me at the highest level. They get one free charming a month. And so usually they can just drop into any charming night and just request their charming at any given month, and then I mark them off. So they do that, they get that as one of the gifts for the highest subscription level. So they help to also support, you know, the daily forecast and all of that sort of stuff. So I'm totally, I feel like a little bit of a bad DM for not being on as much as I normally am. But I want to get these guys their charmings. They're very important to me, these people. Uriel is not the Archangel of Urine, Andrew. Thank you. Although I know you probably are trying to figure that out so you know who to pray to. Miss Golden Showers of Pennsylvania. The Golden Dutch Showers. Anyways, Karen, did you want to take a picture of this charm board, or did you get it? I am early tonight. I'm going to do an hour tonight between 5 and 6. I'm going to make some dinner, and then I'm going to try and go to a 7 o'clock mediumship thing online. Hey, Tammy Sylvester, how are you? Oh, of Milwaukee, the Urine Queen of Milwaukee. That's good, Andrew. That's nice. So, Jen Nichols, did you want your charming, dear? Oh, you saved it on YouTube? Awesome. All right, so I'm going to close this down. Thank you, Archangel Uriel, for arriving. Archangel Uriel, heal that man right there, please. Thank you. And let's all jump back in there. All right. General for Jen Nichols. Perfect. All right, thank you. Let me see what is Jen Nichols. Okay, what's going on with Jen? So I've got an I and an N. Remember that time when your name spelled out, Jen? Do you remember that when we did yours? And Yeah, Mary, if you want to send over money, you can. So, let me see. What do we got going on here? All right. It's funny. I'm seeing a lot of home stuff right out of the gate for everybody. Your home life feels good. This teapot always represents like domestication in the home. And it feels like things are upright and sort of central. I feel like the focus on the home is good. Communication is good. This is the communication or the fifth chakra. I feel like that is sort of good. This is Vishnu, and like he is sort of like the Indian god in this box. He's sort of faced away, which to me, I want to see what he's on top of. Is hope. So Jen, I kind of feel like, let me see here. And who is this angel? If this is Uriel again, who is this? Oh, this is Raphael, the Archangel of Healing. So you've got the Archangel of Healing in the higher mind in the past. But he's like, I don't think he's gone. I think that he was doing more work on you in the past. You also have the intuition or the moon charm that has the little guardian angel. So there's this guardian angel kind of flying around your intuition in the higher mind too. So I feel like the focus has maybe been on you a lot in the higher mind. That's the singular die also. And you have the Cancer energy in the same place that Karen did. What? All right. This is weird. There's definite theme going on here. So we have the home thing, like the sort of the red home that Karen had, but this to me feels like I want to say maybe your relationship with God or your relationship sort of with a higher power or the universe. I feel like maybe right now things feel a little bit stagnant or cut off. Like you're not feeling like maybe you're being heard, even though you are communicating clearly or trying to communicate clearly. You're trying to keep up hope. I feel like it might be a little bit of a struggle. Here, the grace charm or the swan is flipped upside down and face down, which feels like maybe there's been some not so graceful moments for you. And then this is the couple, sort of romantic and intertwined. And I feel like they're kind of like I don't know how much I can say, Jen, but I almost feel like a little bit of romance might be nice, only because of where I feel like this charm is. It feels to me like maybe, and I don't mean to call you out. I know you don't normally care. You're usually like, tell me whatever, it's fine. But this is a public forum. But I feel like this is kind of being put on the back burner, like in favor of other things right now, right? Like I feel like there is this like maybe connection might be a good thing for you. Um, I also feel like the swan is like a not only the symbol for grace but also the symbol for beauty, and so I feel like this being kind of like in the past or sort of like maybe not being so much in the present, that it's an area that might need a little bit of uh, rejuvenation in a way. And I think if we did rejuvenate this area, this swan would kind of flip over and feel like grace, like full of grace again and beauty again and honored. And we have grace here too, the grace charm. And let me see. We have the bravery charm face down. Like I almost want to say there's this part of you that is like with this brave charm face over, like face down, and hope up here, and Vishnu in the center sort of face down, even though he's upright, I feel like you're challenging God in a way. Like the other thing that I'm seeing in my mind's eye is sort of like this whack-a-mole thing. It's like to have this correct or feeling right and the family balanced and settled, we have to kind of let go of other things. And it's sort of like frustrating for you because it's like we can't seem to get all the moles whacked, right? Like all everything in the all of the, you know, uh, plates spinning in some way. And so I feel like you might feel not disconnected, but like that you're not being supported from spirit in some way right now. Going forward, I like that we have the grace charm here. We have the bony fish. I feel like you get the bony fish a lot. I'm not sure why. I feel like the bony fish makes me a little nervous. I'm going to be honest, Jen. Um, uh, I'm going to be honest. I feel like the bony fish is a little bit of feeling like focusing on the lack than the abundance. And I feel like there is abundance here in this teapot. I feel like there's abundance in this communication, like your communication is good and clear, like you might be communicating other things. I also feel like there's a lot of healing and intuition and good energy here, the ability to take care of oneself. That's that, like, I feel like we share that with that Aries rising. Like, this is that sort of, I mean, I don't necessarily do it as well as you do. I think you do it a little bit better than I do. But that ability to sort of put yourself first or sort of take care of yourself, that feels really strong to me too. It was stronger in the past. But it's something that's in your higher mind that I feel like has been a focus for you, and it's been a very powerful focus for you. Right? And I think that that's a good thing. Going forward, you also have the Eye of Horus, which to me is that sort of ancient wisdom, that all-seeing ability to sort of see things as they are or see through the bullshit in that sort of a way. To me, that's what this would represent, that sort of wisdom that comes along with that. And then again, you have the sign for Cancer, which is, it says here imaginative, but to me, the sign for Cancer is all about nurturing motherly care, right? And taking care of oneself. And so I feel like this going forward is that idea. I don't necessarily feel like this is just care for yourself. I feel like, again, it's about care for everyone around you. It's almost like if you're caring for everyone else, and this is similar to sort of Karen's in that way, that I felt like Karen's boundaries might have been being pushed or challenged, right? I don't feel like your boundaries are being challenged. I feel like you're challenging your God in a way. You're like, why the hell can I not manage all this? Like, I almost feel like, and that's this bravery charm flipped face down. It's like you're not seeing how much you actually do accomplish in some ways. And how well you do it. Like this grace charm being upright, the swan being upside down and face down, to me feels like maybe sometimes you don't necessarily acknowledge everything that you actually do pull off in your family, in your life, in your day-to-day. And so that grace or that acknowledgement that that you're looking for, you maybe don't feel like you're doing it as well as you can, or your expectations of yourself are higher and stronger. And it's funny because I feel like it's like you place that upon yourself. And then, like, when other people don't maybe acknowledge it, or like, it's almost like I almost feel like it's like sort of that like own worst critic energy a little bit. And what I feel like is this grace is here. You even have double grace, like in the sense that you're actually far more graceful than you give yourself credit for. You pull off a lot more than most could, is what I feel like with these charms. And the funny thing is if we flipped Vishnu over, right, we would have like God sitting right in the center, like that would be like super empowered. He would be like dead center in the spread, which would be to me this very powerful position where it almost feels like then it's funny when I flip him over, it almost feels like you in a way. It's like when you're connected to that higher source, or when you really feel like connected in, then this becomes you in a way. And all of this stuff sort of rotates around you and it becomes like almost easy. Like I feel like this grace charm automatically wants to go like, you know? And everything sort of fluctuates around you where communication and grace are key. The family's good, hope is alive. I mean, I'm not that you necessarily need bravery, but you're able to be brave. That again would be also that Aries rising, that ability to just get in there and get it done. And you're not afraid to sort of, you know, take care of yourself in this, which I like that. I think that that's really good. I also think that this bony fish could be, sorry, it's out of focus. I feel like this bony fish could be some people maybe not bringing you enough. Like like coming into the near future, like situations maybe not providing you with enough, or um, you're not necessarily receiving what you need from a situation, or people aren't putting in as much as you might be, that kind of a thing. It might be that sort of a thing, but I don't feel like this is a bad thing. It just sort of it kind of feels like it is connecting to you to seeing that. Uh-oh, did it drop? Tell me it didn't drop. Oh no, that was an email coming in. Oh my god, I just don't want to lose the broadcast. It is a lot to manage 5 children and 2 dogs. And a husband, Jen. You gotta manage your husband too. So, you know, I'm not so sure that this might not be the husband too, a little bit. Like, maybe when he's turned over, it's like, can we get you to join in, please, sir? But you are managing it, my dear. You're all in. Let's just say that. How do you clear that worst critic energy? I feel like there's a lot going on up in here in the higher mind. I want to bring these almost forward, like with this focus on hope, with this focus on your own intuition. Like I would bring in Archangel Raphael for healing of that. Allowing yourself to honor the grace that's within you. Communicating what it is that you need. I mean, I feel like you already are and you are capable of it, but there might be areas in your life where you're not fully communicating it. That might be the areas where, like, when you're being given like things that aren't enough or up to expectation, it's like, no, I'm sorry, I need more. I'm sorry. I need and deserve more. And doing that in a way that's graceful, right? But also honest. You know, honoring yourself. And I feel like there's honor up in here. Like if you're not feeling like you're honoring yourself completely, I feel like at times in the past you certainly have been able to do that. So you want to bring that energy back into play. You can recall upon that or bring that back in for sure. So does that make sense, Jen? And if you need to take a picture of this board, my dear, let me know. It does, Ivana. That's awesome. I'm glad that it resonates for you. I sometimes think that there's ways of that happening with cards and charms and all that sort of stuff. Okay, I will do that for you, Laura. Awesome. I will do that for you. I'm going to do Mary's and then I'll do you, Laura, if that's okay. That's great. I'm glad to get Laura in. So, Jen, I'm going to clear the board if you're good. I just want to know that you're good. Thank you, Ivana. She says I'm her calming medicine. Thank you. I need to be my own damn calming medicine. I hope Jen's still there. I'm not seeing her chatting, so I don't know. I'm gonna clear the board and move on, Jen. I hope it's okay. You're welcome, Laura. Just give me one moment. I'm gonna do Mary's. Mary, what do you want your charming on? Mary, are you here too? Uh-oh. Did YouTube go down, maybe? I'm not seeing any comments from YouTube, so I'm wondering if maybe YouTube went down. I want to get these done before the broadcast starts dropping out. Hello, hello. Bueller. I'm gonna clear these away, Jen. I hope it's okay. I like to leave the angels till last. Okay, good. Thank you, Jen. Thank you for signing on to do this. I'm sorry that I haven't been on a lot this month. I've just been trying to, I don't know, lives have been frustrating for me. And message me any questions if you rewatch, Jen, and you have any questions, okay? Mary, are you here still? Did I lose you, Mary? Facebook is still live. Thank you, Denise. Hey, Janet, how are you? Hey, Tammy. Are you saying no, Facebook is not still live, Tammy? Oh, shit. Did Facebook go down? AutoCap said Bueller learn, LOL. Bueller. Oh, auto captions. What do you want your charming to be on, Mary? I just need a subject matter, dear, so I can get these charmings done before anything weird happens. I feel like I'm like, I swear to God, I feel like I'm like a sort of like, oh my God, hurry before he hits me. It's weird. Like, it just gives me mad, not anxiety, but like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. Sometimes it's easier to be calming medicine for others than for ourselves. I just finished a long talk with my dear friend. All are so pressured too much with life without any light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. Near future. All right. There you go. Near future for Mary. Let me see. What is Mary going to Mary going to future? All right. Let's see what Mary's got. We've got a W. We've got an A. We've got an S. If you've got an H, girl, we've got an O. And then we've got, what's up here? An I. The total is 8 in the numbers on the letters. Oh my God, Cancer's back underneath here. Plus Pisces energy. There's a lot of water energy. And I feel like we've got the rubber cobra. So, Mary, I feel like you're dealing with a fair amount of emotions right now. There could be your emotions or the emotions of others around you. I don't know if there's a Pisces or Cancer around you, but there are definitely that emotional sort of psychic energy is around you. I feel like the hardened heart is sitting on the key on top of the cleansing frog, and all of it's kind of jumbled together, which feels to me like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be shed or let go of, stuff that's from the past that you're trying to let go of. I feel like there's a rubber snake who's not really a challenge to you right now, but I mean, he is sort of annoying, or this situation is maybe annoying. It's pulling your attention. I do feel like the jaguar is face up, but he's upside down. The jaguar to me represents you because, we always do these past life charmings with you that have this sort of uh, um, uh, shamanic-y, witchy, weird, powerful energy. So I feel like this is you. Your life might be turned upside down a little bit right now. That's the jaguar being upside down, but he's still very powerful. I think he's much stronger than this snake, and you need to remember that, even if you're dealing with the emotions of others around you, or like sort of people's weird psychic sideways bullshit. Like, don't put up with it, right? Just like, even if they're throwing like energy at you, resentment, aggravation, that sort of thing. I like that we have the rose quartz here, which is like the heart chakra. This is in the dead center too. So this focus on being loving and caring, not only towards yourself, but to those around you, is really kind of key. I also feel like when you're in this situation, or you're caught up in sort of the drama of the past and whatever's going on presently, the like yahoos that are kind of fucking with you, it's not worth it right now. It's like, to me, I feel like this is the focus, this heart, this rose quartz, which is that idea of love, that idea of the fourth chakra. Remember we did your chakra clearing the other day, Mary, and I said that your fourth chakra was really open, and I was surprised, and I thought it needed to be closed down, and I got that no where it said no. So this is your power. I feel like this and the jaguar is where your power is at. That sort of shamanic strength. And we got the jaguar card yesterday, did we not? Was it not for this morning's forecast? That jaguar card showed up, which was like about knowing the forest and knowing the direction that we need to go. And so things might feel a little bit topsy-turvy right now. That's why he's upside down, but it's not anything that he can't handle, okay, or that you can't handle. So, with this focus on the emphasis of the heart and trusting your heart and knowing what you need to do from that place of love, I think that you're going to move forward. There's this pause, right, that's happening here. And I don't know why the negative space on the board today is pulling my attention, but it is. It's giving me this idea of, breathing room. There might be, I know that you and we've just done readings and stuff privately, so I know that some of the stuff that's going on in your life, but this is that sort of transfer. This area here is that sort of transfer from where you're at now to Indiana and where you're going, right? What I see in the future, this is on the higher mind. This is the red dice to me always represents sort of the idea of love or the idea of anger, right? It's one or the other. And to me, with this, I feel like this could be the idea of love. The number 5 comes up, which is about change. And to me, maybe we need to change our ideas around love, or open ourselves up to the idea of love. This could be an abundance of love if we're ready for it in our higher mind and we're looking for it, or we're open to changing our thoughts around it. There could be an opportunity for a potential I don't know, like maybe dating, or there might be multiple guys, in the sense that this 5 says to me that you might find, when you get where you're going, you might find some options or some opportunities to kind of reinvigorate that love space for yourself again. Not only like loving of yourself from yourself, but like maybe allowing other people to love you, or like you might find yourself dating. I don't know why, but I'm feeling this idea that maybe you might meet somebody that you're interested in dating and having fun with, and it's going to require you. The 5 energy to me is it's going to require you to sort of change your ideas around, the possibility of romance, okay, or passion even. That could be that red too. Mary, you might be getting some, girl. And then we have the lizard, which the lizard's story is always about the medicine of dreaming, right? And so with the lizard, to me, he represents the dreaming, meaning like when we live the dream or we see the dream, we can kind of manifest it, but we have to live it and see it and like live as if it already exists, right? We have to live as if the dream is real, right? And I think, what was it? Not today's, but yesterday's stone, the grounding stone, was dream, right? And so we want to ground in that dream, or to me, this is about that. When you get to where you're going in the near future, you need to sort of focus on the reality of that dream. Like when you said to me the other day on the phone about doing that mosaic work, or the ideas that you have around those business ideas that you were approaching, maybe those are things that you really need to sort of focus on and start to live as if they're already a reality, because when you head into them, they're going to bring you opportunities, right? Joy. And that's some of this love energy too, that I feel like you might actually really love your life, or feel this sort of like romance with life again, right? It's not all jumbled up and screwy like it is here. And to me, this isn't a bad thing. It's just about learning that it's jumbled up and screwy, and you're already in the process of removing yourself from it, right? So I wonder, and this eight, like the number eight here, is all about finding balance, right? Eights to me are always about finding balance. I don't know. I mean, I see there's the word saw, but I don't think was. I'm not sure that this necessarily means anything other than I would use the eight as an idea of finding balance in your life, or moving towards balance, keeping this heart center sort of centered focus as you move forward. And that will also produce that sort of balance within you. You'll find breathing room. Does it really? No, you're kidding. Did you just look that up? WAISO means good in Indian? And you're going to Indiana. So maybe that's what they're trying to say to you, is it's going to be good, don't worry. And focusing on the heart chakra is this emphasis on good and love, right? So to me, if you do that and you live from that place, you can only create more good. So that is your near future charming, my dear. I hope that makes sense. If you need to take a picture, do so. I'm going to start Laura's in a moment. Miss Laura Gibson. Oh, sorry, I don't know if I should shout out last name. Well, it shows up on the screen, I guess. You're picking bachelors. Well, there might be 5 different bachelors. I don't know. But I just sort of feel like that 5 means that there's an opportunity for change, definitely in the love department. There could be an opportunity for passion, romance. I mean, you might fall in love with your life, like in the sense that you're just excited about things. There's also this focus with this heart chakra energy too, which, if this is where you're operating from, which we saw in your chakra clearing the other day, that your heart was kind of a little bit on the wider open side, and I thought that I was a little concerned with that, but the pendulums were telling me, no, this is good, this is where she needs to be. So this open heart kind of idea and living from your heart and that expectation is actually a good thing, I think, for you. Awesome, Laura. Do you want to take a picture of this board, Mary? I just need to know if you want to picture the board, Mary. If not, I'm gonna shut it off. Alright, I'm gonna clear the board, Mary. I don't see your comments, but I need to clear the board so I can do Laura, and then I can go have dinner. Because I'm starving like Marvin. Why so? Alright, guys. Alright, so we're doing not Mary, Laura's business charming. What is going on in Laura's business? Thank you for that. Good, go all in, ball to the wall, Mary. Alright, thank you. Oh my God, all of you have pulled Cancer tonight. All of you. Cancer's charm has come out in almost every reading. That's weird. Alright, so we have an M, an E, a V, an L, an X, and a T. Well, there's Melt. There's Vex. Let me look at this numerically. We've got 4, 5, well, that's 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, which would be a 9. Which would be about completions. Could be about abundance, too. 10s are really completions to me. 9s would be like sort of personal abundance or accomplishments. Alright, so let me look at this. This is actually a really clean, charming Laura. It's Dave is a Cancer. Okay, the Cancer energy has shown up in every reading tonight. It's really weird. It's either been this charm or I can't. It's just been in every charming. I wonder if something's going on with. Is the moon in Cancer? No. It might be. I don't know. All right. Anyways, so this is the deal. What I see here is very simple. It feels like this is you and Dave. You guys have the couple, that is holding each other and supporting each other in the dead center. And we have this Cancer sort of nurturing energy, right? To me, also, Cancer is very psychic, emotional. There could be some emotions going on. There could be some sort of push-pull energy, but that's okay. You'll know how to navigate it, or you'll know how to nurture your way through it. The dream catcher is here. To me, I feel like this is about the opportunity and having the knowledge. The book is like sort of the wisdom or the knowledge to know how to do what you need to do to make sort of like your dreams around this come true. I don't feel like this business thing is necessarily a dream for you, but I think that there's certain dreams of how you want this to play out. And if you are, I think that you and Dave are going to be supportive of one another. You do have an option to sort of set up the dream. You have the knowledge on how to do it, right? I kind of feel like this could be Grace in a weird way. I feel like Grace is sort of the baby that you guys are maybe training. I know, again, I've read you also privately, Laura, so I know a little bit about your situation, but I feel like this baby is up on the higher mind, like we're trying to keep her safe, keep her, teach her, educate her. That's also the book energy. The rooster, to me, even though he's face down, he's headed off into the past, right? And to me, this is about like sort of the good luck and good fortune and the keys to the business. It feels like this is in the past. Like, to me, this business was good to you at one point in time, and the keys have been handed over, right? Like, they were handed over in the past, and I kind of feel like we want to keep it that way, right? I mean, I know that you want to keep it that way, Laura, and I kind of feel like that's sort of also the focus in all of this, but staying clear on the idea of what the outcome is, what the desired outcome is, and then like sort of also staying, how do I want to say, like to the book, to the rules, teaching the baby everything you know, that sort of a thing. To me, that's sort of the energy that I get from these charms. Nurturing this whole situation is that Cancer energy, right? Or that could be Dave. But both of you guys almost, it's a funny, like it almost gives me like a parental thing going on. I feel like this experience too is also going to kind of give you and Dave an opportunity to sort of support each other or be of support to each other while you're going through and maybe supporting Grace or helping Grace to sort of grow in this experience. Down here you have this oh totally, this green dice. I'll show it to you. It says oh totally. But it's kind of in the future, and to me it's down in the subconscious, which says to me that you've got this idea of things being positive and coming out in a good way. That's the oh totally aspect, and the color green to me is like this healed or opportunity for money. Those things are what green represents to me. So I feel like this will be a successful experience. It's going to require you guys to be a little bit nurturing, maybe a little bit of patience, right? But as long as you stay focused on, like, the goals of getting Grace up and running and getting her to a place where she's self-sufficient and you guys are still able to do what you need to do to have everything be seen through in the way that it was originally supposed to be, you will get there. This oh totally to me also feels like it's down in the subconscious towards the future, right? Which says to me that you guys will be working, or at least you will be working on keeping that positive mindset, healing this situation, helping this situation in the best way you know how, and getting it to a place where, everybody's sort of stable again. Not only like health-wise, but financially too. Does that make sense? Let me see here. I feel like it will be successful. I mean, I feel like I don't see any stress here. I hope there's no stress. I don't see any stress in these charms. I feel like the dream catcher is here sort of, yeah, you feel a little bit like this kind of gives off a little bit of a feeling of a web, right? Like they're heading into the web. But to me, the dream catcher is also like this opportunity to kind of see the dream and make it a reality, right? And it's next to the book, which feels to me like it's grounded in knowledge, right? So it says to me that you guys know how to run this business, you know how to make it successful, you'll know how to train her. She might be a little bit slow to train, like that's the baby energy a little bit. Like it might take her a minute, but if you guys are patient and nurturing, it's gonna be fine, is my feeling. And I feel like this oh totally down here in green in the subconscious says to me you're already building it to be a positive experience. You're already building it deep in your subconscious that it's all going to work out and that everything's going to settle itself and come to sort of a healed outcome where financially everything will go where it belongs, kind of thing. Does that make sense, Laura? Don't worry, Laura, you're fine. Awesome, you guys. All right, so do you want to take a picture of this or can I clear it away? It actually feels like a very clean board too. Like I feel like there might be some patience. It may take a month or two. I don't know how much time you want to give it, but the baby says to me that she might take a minute. Like it might take her a minute to sort of grow up and into the responsibilities of what this business is about. But you and Dave certainly have the strength and the ability to teach it to her and the knowledge. Worried about the finances though? I feel like the finances will work out in the end with this green O totally down here. But, again, it's going to be about patience, I feel like. Are you there? Hello? Anybody there? Hello? Alright, I hope that you got a picture of that, Laura. I'm gonna clear the board. I'm starving. Like, starving. Fingers are crossed. No worries, Laura. No worries. Nurture good feelings. Take care of that little baby Grace. Oh, oogie, oogie. You can do it! I promise. You can do it. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am going to go have dinner now because I'm a hungry hippo. And I need to eat. Let me see. I need to adjust this camera. Oops. Oh. Don't look at it. Hold on. I need to fix this. Damn it. Cancel. Let me see here. Don't look. These are the cards for tomorrow. I just gave away the forecast. Thank you. Oh my god. You're not supposed to see that. That was behind the scenes stuff, you guys. I just gave away the forecast to you all early. Oh well, whatever. It happens once in a while. Mistakes happen. Damn it. Okay, I'm just fixing this while I'm here so that it's ready in the morning so that I don't have to think about it. Let me see here. Oh, hi, little angels. Hi, little rose quartz angels. What's going on? Trying to get you guys back into the frame. Thank you all for tuning in. Sorry I've been like a loser and not been on a lot, but I've been kind of taking time to myself and taking care of myself, and my internet has been driving me batshit bonkers. There we go. That's pretty. Oh, you're so pretty. How come you don't have boyfriend? Okay, that's not good, but we'll just deal with it. There, that's pretty good. That's gonna drive me nuts. Alright, I love you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Did you guys see it? Oh no! Oh no! We have another powerful card for tomorrow. What? Can somebody look up what sign is the moon in right now? I feel like it's in Cancer. Why did we get all those Cancer charms? Every charming had a Cancer. That was what? There was Mary, Jen, Karen, Laura. That was 4 charmings all had the Cancer symbol. That was weird. Y'all a bunch of nurturing old ladies. I mean, not old ladies, but you know what I mean. Ladies. I'm an old lady, so. Y'all a bunch of nurturers. Nurturing energy. I feel like, and tomorrow we have the moon card, which you guys saw, so. And those of you that are on Patreon, you would already know that. If you subscribe to me on the Patreon page, you would get the forecast a day early, so you can know what to wear out in your day, because you would know the energy report. Like I wore this, my little walking top, so that I could get a little color on my shoulders. Alright, you guys. Really, you're not a loser, and it's okay. I know I'm not a loser. I'm just kidding. I'm just in a weird mood. I got a lot done today, actually. I got the lawn mowed. I got 2 unboxings done. I did a charming for an hour. I'm gonna do hopefully a mediumship class at 7. I need to double check that and make sure that I have the time right on that. And I think that's it. But that's a lot. Oh, and I got grocery shopping done. I took the dogs out for a ride in the car to get dog food and groceries. I did get a lot done today. Décolletage, exactly. My décolletage. Yes. Touch me in the morning and call me princess. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna go because I'm obviously rummy. I've done way too much. I've had way too much sun. I need to eat. And then, I will see you guys soon. I'll maybe try and do another charming. I've still got Emily Williams and Tracy Swinson from the Patreon. The Patreon. I need to get them their charmings and all of that. And by that, he really got the real lawn mode. It's not a euphemism. It's not. I got the front and back lawn mode. Alright, before we drop signal, I'm going to sign out because I can see that it's starting to lag. Thank you all for tuning in. I might be doing these earlier from now on because this seems to work a little bit better. Because come 7 o'clock, I'm going to get dropped out of this mediumship thing too. It's going to drive me nuts. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. It's in Gemini right now. Okay, thank you, like, well then it didn't have anything to do with it. But it was just in Cancer if it's in Gemini. I don't know, that was weird that Cancer showed up in every one of those charmings. Bye, Sheila. Bye, Andrew. See ya. It's nice to know you. I love to talk in a throaty drag queen voice. Alright, I'll see you all later. Bye. Bye, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I love you all. Bye. Like, share, comment, subscribe.